Hey guys, so this is going to be like two videos, but it's like the same day. So this first video, I'm going to talk about a bit about my health update. I'm not going to do a weigh-in right now, probably do that tomorrow, but I am going to take my blood sugar because I do have that monitor now, and I want to show you guys what my blood sugar is. I have been taking my blood sugar. It's kind of a problem. Well, it is a problem, a big enough problem. Now I did eat maybe like an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half ago, so it's not going to be like a fasting blood sugar, but even my fasting blood sugar is like pretty high. So we're ready to go. 316. That's really high from what I gather. I'm not used to the MGDL. Usually it's MMOL. From when I was in Canada, I had that machine. So my blood sugars have rocketed in not that long. You know, I know I'm not taking care of my health. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, you know, anyone with eyes can see that I'm not taking very good care of my health. Struggling with eating habits and lack of exercise and all that stuff. So 316, when I fast and wake up, I take my blood sugar, it was 230, around that. So which is still high. It should be like I think around 100 if I'm not mistaken. So I went to see a doctor here about it. You know, I told Salah my blood sugar is pretty high, and he said I'll take you to a doctor tomorrow whenever I took my blood sugar for the first time. It was like 369 when I took it that night. So before I go on any medications, I just want to give it an honest try for now with diet and exercise, which they did say is the main thing that will help if I reduce some weight. Reduce weight, watch what I eat. Of course they say limit carbs, which I understand now, processed, like limiting the sugar, because I have a problem regulating sugar now. So I need to really limit that in my body, at least until I can get this under control. And then I'm going to go back in a month's time, and if my blood sugars are still out of whack, I'll have to go on medication. So I'm really wanting to give it, you know, try harder than I've ever tried in my life. I don't think I've ever really tried super hard, because when it gets really hard, which it really is, I just give up. You know, I just give up. I panic. I listen to the urges, and I just don't give it enough of a try. And I'm getting up there in age. I'm 39. I could be living a very active, happier life, healthier. You know, health is happiness for sure. You can't enjoy life if you're not healthy. I mean, my trip to Thailand was awesome, but it could have been so much more awesome if I felt well. I don't feel well. I feel like I have no energy. I feel like I'm 80 years old. Let's face it, I probably really physically have the physical capabilities. Some even 80-year-olds even have more of physical capabilities than me. And I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just actually being really realistic that that's how I feel. And it's a lot worse than it's ever been, feelings wise. I'm probably just going to do this list here. You know, lose weight. I need to be consistent with light exercise, even if it's just walking in the evening, because that will get cardiovascular system going, metabolism going. It's just healthy. It's not going to be the #1 culprit for weight loss right now. I understand that, because I need to start with my diet. I need to cut out all of the bad things, and it's just really bad how I eat. So I haven't really been ordering out really all that much compared to how I used to, but I have been cooking a lot of things at home. Like if I don't order out, I'm all day cooking things, you know, like I'm gonna make a cobbler, I'm gonna make cookies, I'm gonna make poutine. You know, I find ways to get to the bad food, and even if it takes more effort. But with sugar readings this high, I don't even know what that is in MMOL, maybe 16 or something like that. That's really up what it was when I was like 400 pounds. And the last time I weighed myself not long ago, I was 350 or 360. So I'm gonna weigh myself tomorrow morning, film that. I'm not doing this for any other reason than to just be transparent with myself mostly, and just get better, you know. And I want to have some kind of online support system. I want everyone who's struggling as well to come together and try to do this, you know. There's not really much more option for failure at this point. I mean, my health is not good. You know, I have sleep apnea, I use a CPAP machine, I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes, You know, I was in denial so long about that, like, because I thought I'm pre-diabetic, I'm not going to become diabetic. I don't know why I was in such denial that I would ever get diabetes. Like, you know, I don't know. I really don't know how my brain works with that, but that's how it is. You know, I have depression, anxiety, I have all these things I just need to reverse. And exercise can also help with depression and anxiety as well. So they say it takes 21 days, right, to build good habits if you're consistent. So that's what I just need to do. I don't even know. I don't even want to really eat, because I look at my stomach, I look at the flesh on my body, the amount of fat I have. I have a lot of energy storage that I could be using for fuel. I don't feel like I want to put more calories in my body. I mean, I have so many already, you know. You know, as long as you're polite and constructive, I have no problem with you leaving feedback, you know, never. I have another video I'm going to put out. It's going to be a what I eat in a day video. I've been journaling, kind of like a food journal, to show you guys and myself, because I don't do this often, a full day of how I eat, so I can really see visually what I'm doing, you know, what I'm putting in my mouth. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for listening. I know it's like, here we go again, and I don't blame people, but I guess time will tell, you know. I'm really gonna really try, because those blood sugar levels are really scary. My blood pressure is scary. I don't want to go on medication for life, and if I can avoid it, reversing these things with a healthy lifestyle or making them manageable, I will love that. All right, so this is the what I eat in a day video, as promised. I noticed some habits of myself that by watching this video. I just don't seem to care about portion size or how much of something I eat. You know, at one point I ate 3 corns on the cob with almost a whole stick of butter. So I mean, I just, instead of measuring out 1 or 2 tablespoons, I just don't ever care about those things. I don't take the time to be thoughtful or mindful about what I put in my mouth and the quantity of it. I just eat and I just eat. And it gives me a temporary escape from everything. You know, if I'm stressed out, if I'm working on something, if I'm stressed out dealing with something, I say, okay, I'm going to take a snack break, and I just eat something very palatable, something not good for me, you know, maybe like 2-3 small bags of chips with like half a brick of cheese or something like that. I have horrible eating habits. My hormones are out of whack. You know, all have natural hormones that tell us when we're hungry, when to stop. I don't even listen to those. They're like, yeah. So I was gonna say, what I eat on a bad day, the reality is every day is a bad day, because I eat like this pretty much every day. The amount of full good days I've had in a long time are near zero. I end up caving at night, being so hungry, or just not being able to give into those urges. They're very overwhelming. And so that's basically how it's been for me for a long time. And my body's tired of it. I don't blame it. I've been severely abusing myself with food a lot of times. I, you know, just overeat way too many of the bad things, and it just has to stop. The time was like 10 years ago or 15. I need to, it's way past due. So I just want to show you guys how I eat on an everyday basis, the kind of things I eat, how my eating pattern is. I haven't been eating out as much, so I've been making a lot of food, but still overeating it and making the wrong things. So it's just, for me, it scares me, the thought of raw dogging life. Like, I know that's, you know, one of the things I need to do to not exacerbate this diabetes. I guess smoking can make it worse, and I smoke a lot of shisha. Sometimes I smoke menthols. You know, that's also a comfort. That's an escape. And then there's food, which is my biggest escape, my biggest comfort. And if I take those away, I feel like I'm raw dogging life. Going through life is going to be boring. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be, you know, and I know that eventually it will get better. I need to just try to get addicted to healthier habits. I need to get addicted to the feeling of feeling good. That's what it is, and seeing results and things like that. I'm gonna try harder than I've ever tried. I have to. I'm scared by what I'm seeing. I don't know. It's probably still not enough, you know, for me to be ready to do this. The thing is, I'll never be ready. I'm waiting to be ready. I'll never be ready. I never ever want to go through the discomfort of having to change. I also don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm traveling, when I'm just living life and I can't breathe. I want to be able to go for long walks with my husband. I want to be able to do a lot of things I can't do. So that's what I have to focus on, is what I can't do. Things I haven't been able to do for like a good 10 years or more of my life. I've just been in denial about it for so long, you know. Here it is, my food diary of a whole day of eating, how I eat, normally. All right, so here's meal number one. Some leftover mac and cheese. That's the last of it. Had some yesterday. Bunch of chicken strips, black olives, a chunk of halloumi cheese, some mayo and ketchup. And I'm gonna have that with an orange drink. Berry crumble has like mixed berries and just like the crumble top, oatmeal flour, sugar, brown sugar. All right, so next thing I'm eating is a can of tuna, mayonnaise, yellow mustard, salt, pepper, and some fresh dill. That's the next thing I'm eating with 2 orange drinks and some more water. So the next thing I'm gonna eat is some corn on the cob, which is frozen, I boiled. I'm not gonna eat the whole stick of butter, but I'm going to use probably a good portion with some salt. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna eat is some leftover beef stew or mafe with some rice, and we still have some leftover. It's so much better the next day, and it's about 11 p.m. right now. All right, I'm gonna have a bowl of my homemade mixed berry cobbler. It's so delicious. I don't think I'll be eating anything else. Maybe just some sunflower seeds while we watch a movie. But that's all I'm gonna have for today. And again, tomorrow I'm gonna start fresh and try to make some healthy, low carb, low sugar meals to get my diabetes in check. So I'll see you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow. Bye.